go.
All right, for this video, I'm going to talk about underglazes. What you need, the setup, all of that. It's mostly going to be over here confined to the Amico counter. The first thing you kind of really need to do is, pick what do I need, what colors do I need for the project that I'm actually making. Okay. Over here, you can see that the underglazes are in these bins inside the cabinets. Up here in these test tiles are all the different colors that we have for underglazes. Now, the awesome thing about these test tiles is that they're labeled perfectly. Hey, I need this type of red versus this type of red. I need some yellow, I need some blue, and then you can go ahead and match whatever the label is to the specific underglaze that are inside kind of these drawers here. And all of these underglazes are labeled with the matching name of its underglaze. Now, the awesome thing about underglaze is that this underglaze works like paint, right? And so you might see that we don't have a gray, but if we mix black and white together, or jet black and white together, we're going to make gray, right? And so underglazes are great like that. You can see we have a wide range of colors, but you can even make an infinite amount of colors based on how you mix them. Okay? After you choose out what type of paint, what type of underglaze that you need to paint onto your project, the next thing you're going to do is probably decide how much you actually need of each one. Okay? We have a couple different actually palettes or containers. If you're painting kind of a small area of underglaze, you might only need a little bit of each color, and this kind of palette might do great, especially with separating kind of different colors. If you're working with just maybe one color, but maybe a lot of it, maybe it makes more sense to use these larger paint cups that we fill up that underglaze with, or we fill up a couple and then mix them together. For these palettes are great because if we have a little extra underglaze at the end of the day that we need to save, they have these nice covers that can go over top of them. You can put them in your cubby, and then we can take it out and use them the next day. Right? Same way with if we're using a larger color, we're using one color but a lot of it. Maybe we take one of these disposable ones that have a lid and we mix up a color, and then when we're done painting it, we can cap that lid and then bring it back tomorrow and use that same color. Okay, so deciding how much you need would be second, and then kind of the final setup you need before you actually start underglazing your projects is what type of brushes that you need to actually apply your underglaze. You can see we have a ton of different size and shaped brushes. I'm thinking if you have a larger project that you want to then paint on underglaze, it would make sense to me to grab one of these larger brushes, right? These larger flat brushes, the 10-12, the 6-8, the 3/4, right? That's going to cover a lot of space with kind of single brush strokes, okay? If you need fine detail, right, small areas, lines, things like that, you can see we have a ton of these in the pencil cases that are much finer and smaller brushes, okay? And so making sure that you actually look at your project, think about what you need, both colors, amount, and brushes to help you be the most successful when you're underglazing your